guys, it's Stephanie with Simarchy, and welcome to The Sims 4 speed build of a modern house in the woods. I don't know if that's going to be the official title of the video, but yeah, that's what I called it in my game. And I have been practicing building houses in The Sims 4, as some of you may know. And if you are new to this channel, I just want to let you know that I do post daily content, Sims 3 and Sims 4 videos. I used to mainly do Sims 3, and now I'm starting to delve more into Sims 4 as well, so you're going to get both games on this channel, so please don't forget to subscribe so that you can watch all of my videos and get notifications of them. Now, this house is definitely more modern than what I'm used to building, but the funny thing is, even though I try to build something super modern, it still came out pretty traditional in the decorating. I try to mix like modern and traditional elements to try to make it kind of my own style, because I just gravitate, I can talk, I promise, gravitate towards the very traditional furniture and things like that, although I definitely love and appreciate the modern style as well. But I wanted the house to definitely have sort of a I guess sort of like a cube vibe. I know I normally don't like to build straight block houses, so it's kind of like that, but it has like different little cutouts and pop-outs. And again, that's just me really experimenting with building and trying to get a hang of The Sims 4, which I can definitely see how building would be better in The Sims 4, but I do also really miss some stuff from The Sims 3, like having the square tiles being counted out for you. But I know I've complained about that before on this channel, so I want to let you know I came up with like a cool little hack, and it's not a hack, I'm just stupid and didn't realize this before, but it does tell you in how many simoleons, like how much the wall costs. Does that make sense? So like if you drag 6 squares across, it'll be like, I think $360. I don't know the actual math, but when I'm trying to do symmetry, I could do it that way. So if I build a wall on the left that costs, 600 simoleons, and I could build a wall on the right that costs 600 simoleons, and they will be the same size. So that's kind of how I'm dealing with that. But I don't know. Other than that, I think The Sims 4 has some really cool build features. And okay, at this point, oh my gosh, that kind of went by really fast, but the house was starting to look like a smiley face. You can kind of see it. It looks like the 2 windows on the side are eyes, and then the middle part is the mouth. So I was like, oh no, I need to change this and make it just like a little bit different. I know adding the windows definitely changed it up a bit, but yeah, it was looking like a smiley face, and I thought that was really, really funny. I'm also practicing my roofing techniques, and this one really wasn't hard to do at all because it was just kind of 2 flat angled, oh gosh, I can't talk, just 2 roofs on top of each other. It's a very simple concept, but for me it's something new. So yeah, I'm definitely practicing with that. And I decided the house was a little bit too small, so I'm just kind of widening it. Oh my gosh, I just said I could talk, and I swear I can talk, but I can't. Anyway, I'm definitely spending some time on the exterior now. I do a little bit of landscaping, not a whole lot, but I am going to add a couple of ponds in the front and a couple of trees all around. I kind of picked a part of town that sort of looked like it was kind of woodsy anyway, so yeah, so I definitely added my own trees on the property as well. But right now I am going through and adding lighting in the home, and you can definitely see from this floor plan, the shape is not that creative, but you know what? It's a thing, and I did it, and I'm proud. All right. Now I'm going through and putting the stairs. This is another thing I totally always forget, is to do the stairs at the beginning, and then I just completely forget to plan for them. So this time I made sure to do the stairs first, because this upstairs is basically going to be our master suite. And yeah, I think the master suite actually turns out pretty nicely. So, well, no, it's not just a master suite. It's a master suite and a kid's bedroom. So you could fit like technically 4 Sims in here, I suppose. All right, so now I am just zooming all around the house, making sure everything looks good. And now it's time to come up with the wallpaper. And I have this issue with The Sims 4, and I think, I mean, I'm sure most of you have noticed it, but a lot of the houses have like a weird blue cast on them no matter what you do. I don't care if you're using gray or white or silver or blue. It all looks blue. Even like the really light beiges look blue, and I downloaded a mod that's supposed to fix that, but I don't know, to me it still looks blue. So I don't know, maybe I'm just not that creative, but I've been trying really hard to like kind of shy away from that and use some different colors, and it doesn't work because I like doing a lot of beiges and light colors and whites and grays, and they look blue. They look blue. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do about that. If you guys know, please let me know. But apparently the mod I downloaded either doesn't work or I did it wrong. So most likely I did it wrong. But I don't like this blue casting. I really don't. But let's try not to focus on that. Let's try to focus on some other things. I did put a lot of the big windows around the front, so I decided to put some smaller ones around the rest of the house. And that's because I didn't want it to look like an entire glass house, although that is a cool look and I might do that in the future. I definitely wanted to keep some of those walls just, walls without windows on them. And this back porch, I ended up not doing very much with it. I build out the top portion, which is like the balcony, and you'll see at the very end, but there's like a hot tub and some fun stuff. But the bottom portion, I don't do anything with. I don't know. I didn't do much with the landscaping, which is really weird because I could have made a really cool backyard, but for whatever reason, I chose not to. I don't know why. And it looks like it's 3 floors, but it's really only 2. That 3rd floor is just sort of a roof area. So I did put windows just so it looks cool from the outside, but it is not usable space, at least not the way that I built the house. So here's where I'm putting in all the different little trees, and I'm glad we have so many tree options. There's some really cute ones, and these ones definitely look foresty, so I thought they were perfect, and I do like that we have a little peek of the river around the home as well. So here is where I'm adding in those ponds I was talking about, and of course we don't actually have a pond tool, so I made fountains. Did I do fountains or pool? I can't even remember. I don't know, but I'm adding the rocks all the way around, and this part is so tedious, but it really makes it look more like a pond than a pool or a fountain. So it's definitely worth it, although it's a lot of work. It ends up looking really cool. And of course on camera it goes by pretty quickly anyway. And yeah, there's something sort of satisfying about watching myself place down the rocks, even though when I'm actually doing it in real time, it is very slow going and very frustrating. I think I cut some of that out because it was just getting too much. All right, but now we're working on the kitchen. I usually like to start off with something very, I don't know, I guess more basic, which is usually the bathrooms or the kitchens, and then I'll go through and do the living rooms and bathrooms and things like that. Oh, and I remembered to put the trash receptacle outside. Good for me. We gotta have one inside and one outside. That's another thing I'm not used to because in The Sims 3 you automatically have the one outside and the mailbox. So yeah, just remembering to do that. Now I'm starting to build out like the cabinetry and such in here, and I had a little bit of a hard time with this. There's really not that many options. Like you would think that there are, but you could plainly see that there's like 5 or 6 different cabinets, and they all start to look the same. So I thought I would play with maybe their color instead. Even though this is a cabinet I don't normally use, a cabinet and a counter, they're basically the same style. I wish there was more. I know that sounds really greedy, but I really, really wish there were more to play with, or at least more colors, because I was trying to do something, which you'll see in a minute. Here we go. I was trying to like make one yellow and one green, and then one yellow and one green, but the problem was all the green swatches only had white counters, and all the yellow swatches only had brown counters, and it didn't make sense for the countertops to be different, even though the cabinets were painted differently. So instead I went with the gray and the green, which I guess still look cool, but I really wanted to do the yellow and the green. That's like, oh, I'm so frustrated that I can't do that. And I feel like all I'm doing is complaining about Sims 3 versus Sims 4 lately, and I'm really sorry for that, but I'm trying as hard as I can to treat them as separate games, but I don't know, guys. I don't know. I miss certain things from Sims 3 so much. Ooh, but I don't know. Saying I miss it is kind of weird because I haven't stopped playing The Sims 3, so I guess I'm not really making much sense because yeah, whatever. It's green and gray, and it's fine. It still has that cool cabiny, woodsy type of look that I was going for inside. So I'm definitely throwing some more dark woods in here to sort of balance that out. And again, like I said at the beginning of the video, it ends up being like a mix of traditional and modern because I just don't feel like we have a whole lot of options either way. I feel like mixing them together is kind of more of my aesthetic anyway. And since I don't have all traditional stuff or all modern stuff, I just kind of mix the two together because that's just what is aesthetically pleasing for me. So sorry if it looks crazy. I don't know. Maybe you think it's cool. Maybe not. I have no idea, but it's what I like, so it's what I did. And now I'm just putting in some more windows in here because I realized that the kitchen was a bit dark and you definitely want to bring a little bit of nature inside of the home. So throwing in some plants in here as well. So now that the kitchen is done and I'm satisfied with it, we are moving on to the dining room, which this is very open concept. There is no separation of anything on the first floor other than the bathroom, I believe. Yeah. So open dining room, open living room. And this wallpaper here, I wanted to look more like a darker red, but I think it ended up looking more orangey, which is fine too. I think the orangey kind of plays off of the green in the kitchen anyway, and off the browns in the woods. So it really just depends on what light you look at it in. So since I put the dining room there right in front of the windows, I'm just adding more dining room furniture back here. So we have the hutches with the plates in them, and then the little buffet serving table with some fruit and wine and things on top of it. So that was the dining area. Now we're moving on to the living room area. And I definitely wanted to put a little fireplace in here. I thought that was a cute touch. Again, this isn't like a log cabin or anything like that, but I definitely drew inspiration from that. So I figured having a cozy little fireplace in here would be absolutely perfect for those cold, chilly nights. All right, and now I'm starting to put in the furniture. And again, this is where I was like, you know what? There's not a whole lot of modern options unless you want to go super, super modern. So I just threw in some more traditional couches in here. They have like the Queen Anne legs and definitely look a bit more, I don't know, sort of Victorian in a way, sort of like a modern Victorian. I'm not sure how to describe it, but I mixed those in with a very modern looking chair because, like I said, why not? Why not just mix the two styles together and see what we come up with? So kept very neutral tones down. The whole downstairs has pretty much pretty neutral tones with the beiges and the blacks and the browns. And the only pop of color really is that green in the kitchen, which is super fun. And this part is the bathroom. I did decide to put a full bathroom downstairs just because sometimes I forget to do that. And I only put the bathrooms upstairs with the bedrooms, and then I run out of room, so there's really not as many bathrooms as there should be. So definitely wanted to put one down here as well since we had plenty of space. And there wasn't a real great place to put the TV, so I just put a giant one up there so you could pretty much see it from anywhere in the house. And I do really like the tile I put in the bathroom, but I end up changing it to something completely different because it just feels a little more outdated than the rest of the home. So I went with more of this sort of brown and beige and orange tiling, which I think is really cute. I know some people don't like this tiling, but I really like it. I think it's really nice. And that's actually a trash receptacle, but I thought it looked more like a laundry hamper, so I stuck it there in the bathroom as well. And gonna put in my separate shower, and I was gonna put a tub in here, but it didn't, I don't know, it felt kind of weird, so I decided to just add some more counter space, and I went into Buy to Bug so I could find some of the makeup items because I really love this little eyeshadow palette and the pencil and the brush. They're super cute, and since we don't have the makeup palette or the makeup boxes that we had in Sims 3, and I miss those a lot, I decided to just go into Buy to Bug and get the closest thing that I could find. And I don't know, this bathroom maybe has like more of an industrial feel, sort of. I don't know. It's cool though. I like it. I think it feels very nice and relaxing, and the colors are very muted and warm and inviting. So on top of these little storage units, I wanted to put some plants or greeneries just to liven it up a bit. So it looks really dark in here. Even though I added plenty of lighting, it looks really dark. I don't know why. Throwing in some more greenery with our plants, and that pretty much does it for that bathroom. Now, outside of the bathroom, we do have like this really big open space, so I wasn't sure exactly what to do with it at first. So I added just a little side table with some peppers. I don't even know. But then I thought, why not bring some more of the outdoors in? So I threw a fountain in here. Yeah, I don't know why I thought that was a cool idea, but it just came to me, and I guess it's kind of cool. I don't know. I wanted it to look like it was falling into water without actually putting a fountain in here underneath the fountain. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? So I just went with some little rocks instead. Looks very calm and serene and spa-like and fun. I don't know. My adjectives suck, guys. I'm sorry. But yeah, there's a fountain there just to break that up a little bit. And then I decided a different type of flooring across the walkway to, again, just break it up a little bit more so it doesn't look so blah and blank and empty. All right, we should be moving to the upstairs pretty soon. Oh, going back outside to add a bit more landscaping here. Again, since we have such big, beautiful windows, I wanted to put a little bit of flowers and greenery out here so you have something to look at and not just the trees. Although the trees are very pretty, I wanted to add a little bit of pops of colors as well. And what else? Oh, a fence. Yeah, I thought the front just looked a little bit too boring, so I figured a fence would kind of just add a little more something to it, and I do like the way that they came out. And then here's where I decided to make the ponds look more like ponds by changing them to a green water and throwing some beautiful little water lilies in them. And when I was looking for the water lilies, I found that cute little plant with the lilies, so I threw that in the kitchen because I thought it was absolutely adorable. Adding some bushes here, and again, just breaking up some of that walkway a bit more, just so it's not so plain and boring. I'm trying, like I said, I'm really trying to concentrate on the outside of the home since I usually don't pay too much attention to them. I think little by little I will start adding more and more things and trying to make them just look a little bit more exciting from the outside. I hope, at least I hope. All right, now this part was really weird. I was trying to extend the fencing to the rock, and it was adding this weird plank underneath them. I'm not sure what that was supposed to be, so I decided just to extend them halfway instead of all the way. And again, since the house was looking very blue, yeah, very, very blue, I decided to change the windows to brown instead, and I do like that. I'm glad I decided to do that. It just breaks up the color a tiny bit, so it's not all just one flat color. Even though it wasn't, like I said, it was more of a light beige, but for whatever reason, it looked blue. Enough of that. All right, now we're going to work on the upstairs, which is my favorite part of the house. This is where the bedrooms are going to be, and actually the kids' bedroom ends up being my absolute favorite. Right now, I'm trying to lay out the floor plan, and I had a bit of a hard time with it because I wanted it to not be super symmetric, even though normally I'm very symmetric in my builds. I thought that it would just come out with the rooms being way too boxy and cornered in. So I don't know, just playing around with different ways of doing it. And I knew that I wanted that middle space to be the master bedroom, so I figured I would just do that and then just start building around it. So I wanted to give it a nice big bathroom area, and then the other side of the house, like the little smaller wing over there, is where the kids' room's going to be, and I wanted them to have their own bathroom as well. So they have a tiny bathroom, but it's functional, and that's all that matters. Getting my lighting in here all sorted out. And now we're going to work on putting in the different doors. I do like those nice white double doors, and I like that there's an option with more of a silver handle instead of just the gold ones, because the gold ones usually don't match what I'm going for. This is kind of a weird wallpaper to put in the bathroom, but I thought it looked really cool. It just added some really cool texture, and there's not really a tile on it, but that's okay. It's sort of stately, but it I don't know. I feel like it really incorporates the modern and the traditional together in one. It looks really cool. And I was trying to build out like a giant shower area because I know, the only showers we have are those little one tile ones, or they're not one tile, they're like 2x2 or something like that. I don't know what I'm saying, but I feel like they're small, and I wanted to give the illusion of a big, grand, beautiful shower. So I just added some walling around it and put windows and doors in it just to make it look like it's a big walk-in shower instead of just that tiny little cubicle thingy. And just adding in my towels and my robes, trying to make it look nice and cozy. Although it is very stark white. I can imagine this would be very hard to clean and maintain and keep it that nice stark white, especially if you're like me, because I dye my hair. Obviously, I think you guys know that probably from my profile picture. You can see it's all a rainbow, but right now it's currently pink. But it doesn't matter because anytime I dye my hair, I end up getting hair dye all over the freaking place. It looks like a massacre, so... Oh, me in a white bathroom like this would not do very well. Like, there would just be pink tiles and purple tiles and blue tiles everywhere because of the mess that I made. And hair dye is so hard to get off a tile. Oh my gosh, it's like so freaking hard. So that would not be the bathroom for me, not at all. So I wanted the kids' bathroom to kind of have the same fixtures at least, but that sink, I don't know, the sink looked cool in the master bath, but it didn't look cool in this one, so I do end up changing it. And I definitely wanted to add some more colors in here. I thought maybe of sticking again with the very stark white theme, but then I was like, you know what, kids probably want a bit of color, so I definitely go through and inject some color in a bit. And I knew I wanted to have 2 beds in here, but again, the layout was kind of funny, so I played around with that a bit until I found something that I thought suited it pretty well. I did kind of like it in front of those windows. I know it's going by super fast, but like the windows that look onto the balcony. But then I figured that wouldn't be a great place to put a bed, because if someone was out there enjoying the hot tub, you don't want to hear them or have a straight eye shot of them while you're trying to sleep. So I decided to make this little corner a study area instead and just put the two beds pretty much close to each other over on the other side. And I really love the way the study area came out. The purple with the sort of turquoise color I think is one of the prettiest color combos ever. I actually have a seahorse tattoo on my shoulder and it is that purple and turquoise color. It's very pretty, so definitely love that. And this wall was pretty cool. It's got sort of a wallpaper, a very shabby chic type wallpaper with the wood paneling. And in real life, I would never go for something with that wood paneling, but I thought with it being that very sort of light blue color, it looked sort of fresh and I don't want to say modern because it's, it's very, very traditional to have the wood paneling on the bottom, but I feel like it just brought a cleanliness, a fresh, springy feeling to the room. I don't know if that makes any sense, but now we're throwing in those colors. These beds remind me of the galaxy, like the galaxy pattern, especially the one on the left, but I really love the pink with the blue and the purple. So freaking pretty, so pretty. And there's a little plumb bob light. I'm starting to use those more because they're just adorable and I love all the different colors that they come in. So that area, whoa, that went by really fast, has the little dresser and the vanity. But anyways, I'm back to the bathroom, putting in these pops of colors I was talking about, and definitely was looking for a sink that had a different color. So I found this like hot pink fuchsia one, which just is so fun with that turquoise bathtub. I don't know. I thought it was adorable, throwing in some more colors with the orange rug. And now we're moving on to the master bedroom after we do the hallway. Sorry, can't forget the hallway. The hallway doesn't have much really, just wallpaper and carpet. It wasn't even carpet, it was wood, I think. I didn't really add much to the hallway. All right, now onto the master bedroom. And I did really like this green carpet, but I ended up changing it to more of a beige color because, I don't know, I didn't want it to look too dark in here. And I figured the beige and the white just really brightened up the entire area. So I am looking for a nice double bed to put in here. And I wanted something just, again, very relaxing. And I know I said I like played with a lot more colors up on the second floor, but I really didn't, just a bit in the kids' room. To be honest, this bedroom is pretty muted as well, but I don't know. I like to think I play with color, but I really don't that much. I don't know why I don't. I am such a rainbow person. Like, I love colors. I love rainbow. I love pastels. And then for some reason, when I build, I just have like color blocks, pun intended. And they just, I don't know, I end up going with a lot more neutral stuff. And it could be because we don't have the freedom to really change all the different woods and splotches the way that I want. So for that reason, I think I have a really hard time injecting color unless I'm doing it with more of the accessories. But that's okay. That works too. That definitely works too. And I love these little ottomans. They're so cute. And that print actually matched the print on the comforter. So I thought that was perfect to put there at the end of the bed. And then I actually put two giant round rugs to make it look like one big rug underneath the bed. Now, this little computer area, I did want to section off, even though like the whole floor plan of the house is very open concept. I thought more in the bedroom we should have it just be a little bit more cozy and intimate and just separate that just a tiny bit. So instead of using a wall divider or an actual wall, I just used a bookcase to kind of section that space off, which I thought was a pretty cute idea. I kind of like it. It almost could fit two side by side, but then it really closed the room in too much. So I just left one and put a cozy little fireplace up here as well. I think it's so cute right there in front of the bed. It's not directly in front of the bed, but it's close enough that you could sit on the bed and enjoy the fire, or just sit on those cute little benches I put in front of it as well. All right, so now that the master bedroom is done, I am finally working on the little hot tub area. And again, nothing too fancy, just a hot tub and some candles and some towels and things, keeping it very relaxing and just simple stuff in this house, guys. All right, guys, now I'm just adding on the lighting on the outside of the house, and that will bring us to the end of the video, but stay tuned for a little house tour and some music for you to enjoy. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss my next video, and I will see you in the next one. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye! Wait guys, before you go anywhere, make sure to click over here to subscribe and click down here to watch some more videos. See you next time.